Hello, everyone. See if I can get this adjusted. Welcome to PJ Yoga with TJ. And our class tonight is going to be helping to improve the pelvic floor and hip openers. Excuse me, I'm going to adjust this a little bit so I can see my mat. I can't see the mat. Okay. Now what's happened? I've just redone this whole thing because something messed up and now it's frozen. I don't know if I'm recording or not recording. Oh, there. Oh my gosh. I don't know what tool that was, but I don't know how to use it. So obviously it's not going to work. Okay. Sorry, this is going to be one of those again. I worked on it and I thought I had it down, but as soon as I start recording live that I'm going to display, it messes up again. So be patient with me. I'm still learning about all this stuff with this new computer. Well, anyway, we're doing pelvic floor workout and hip openers. We'll start with our hips. You'll need to bring blocks, possibly. Yeah, we'll need blocks, blanket, bolster, and a strap. The strap you may or may not want to use. That's up to you. But I find it helpful for what I'm going to do. And our mindfulness word for this class, and you can use this for the month or the week or the day or not even at all, but it is purpose. Clarify what you want and align your actions with the desired results. Live with vision, intention, and determination. So, as we are doing this class, I want you to think about the purpose of the class. The purpose is to possibly learn a new skill, maybe remind you of a skill that you knew about but you need to do more frequently, which is the pelvic floor exercises, because that's very important for your organ health. It also, I learned, because I've been studying a little bit more on the pelvic floor, because it has been mentioned to me that some people were interested in doing some of those exercises, is that, and I didn't know this before, that the pelvic floor actually is an aid to circulation. It helps to pump blood back up into the heart. So that's another reason we want to keep our hearts. Well, I got my heart necklace on tonight. We want to keep our hearts healthy, and anything we can do to help with that circulation has to be good, right? So I'm going to move my chair out of the way and try to figure out why this got off of, that's not going to work. So I hope that this has given you plenty of time to go and gather what you need. I'm looking for something to prop this computer up. I must have lost what I was using to prop it up. I did have it out and about. That's a little better. It's still, maybe if I push it back. I have to go way back. It's just the angle is really off for some reason. Getting that in there is not working. Well, shoot. This is the third time I've restarted this, and I'm just going to have to go with it. Sorry that we wasted a lot of time trying to figure out how to get the whole image in. It normally just comes up pretty well. It's really high, and I don't know how to bring that up lower. You'll probably turn this one off. Well, we'll just have to go with it at that angle because that's the best I can do. I'm going to take my socks off. And I may have to turn on another light. When I started, it was a lot lighter than it is now. Because this is an hour I've been fiddling with this silly thing. Let's see if that works. Oh, that's better. Okay. I have to remember all of this stuff. Well, we're going to start with sun salutation. That's going to be our warm-up. So think about the purpose. I think the purpose of this certain class for me has been to try and adjust this thing so that it works like I had it set up at one time, and I would just come in and it was ready to go. And then a lot of things changed. So I'm going to just close my eyes and bring my focus back into the class. And this is a good class. I've been doing it for a couple of weeks now, and I'm really liking it. So we're standing in our Tadasana at the end of the mat. Just take a couple of nice breaths. We're going to work on a 3-part breath today, later on. We'll do that near the end of Shavasana because we're going to do it laying down. So bend the knees slightly. Inhale those arms all the way up. Exhale, release that with a nice ah. Go ahead and open the eyes. Inhale up. Exhale. Ah. That should feel good. I think the chair is in the way. No, that's not the chair. Oh, it's a reflection of the light. Oh, I see. Okay. So let's start with the sun salutation. Bend the knees, inhale up. Exhale, swan dive over. That's with the flat back. Hands on your low back. And just let the elbows come down. So we're opening up that upper back. And then we're going to squeeze the elbows up, pinching the shoulder blades together, pulling that tummy nice and tight. Inhale down. Exhale all the way up. Stretch high as you do another inhale. Do a ladder pose, climbing that ladder, and then bring that to stillness. Exhale, swan dive over one more time. Then we're going to come into our plank next. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the mat. Walk your hands forward. I don't mean plank. We're going to come into our down dog. And tip that tailbone to the ceiling. And then walk your dog out. One heel up and one heel down. Oh. Bring that to stillness. Just let out all that tension. Nice big inhale and exhale as we roll over into plank, which we will hold for 30 seconds. Building that core strength. Make sure your shoulders are over your wrist. Your legs are stretched out nice and long. Pull in that tummy. And if you want, you can even practice pulling that pelvic floor up. A few more seconds here. Inhale and exhale the knees and the belly down to the mat as we come into our cobra pose. Keeping your cobras. You could do baby cobra. Sometimes I like to just take my arms off. See how far down I go for that. And try to raise up. That's really where I should be for my cobra. Inhale the hands out about 2 hand widths, and then push up straight arms coming into up dog. Up dog is up with just resting on that thighs. Your torso is off of the mat. Exhale, coming down. Bring that right hand in front of your forehead, left hand on top, and then lay your forehead down on those hands. We'll do 2 jellyfish breaths. That's just some nice, gentle breathing. I will count for you. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Imagine that jellyfish floating, and that's what you do when you inhale, you're floating up, and a gentle exhale, floating down. Inhale, exhale. You should feel that body rising and gently falling. Inhale the head up, exhale the hands by the chest bone, curl the toes under, push up into plank, exhale over into down dog. Walk your hands back. And slowly drag those fingertips up the front of the leg. Roll the shoulders back. One more sun salutation. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive over. Hands to your low back. Inhale up. Exhale, fingertips down to the mat. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Bend the knees slightly. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the mat. Walk your hands forward for down dog. I love down dog. Just let that head hang and the gravity pulling the neck, stretching the cervical and the neck without pulling on it or twisting it. This is a great way to relieve that neck tension. Inhale, exhale over into plank. Holding that plank. Pulling in that tummy tight. Pulling up that pelvic floor. Inhale the knees and the belly down to the mat. Stay up in your cobra pose. I'm doing baby cobra. Inhale, sliding those hands forward. Exhale as we push up for up dog. Really coming into that up dog. Holding that head up, but keep the head over the shoulders. Inhale, coming down with the left hand on the mat first, right hand on top, and then place that forehead on top of the hands for 2 jellyfish breaths. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. You can even make that ah sound. Any exhale through the mouth. It's so relaxing. Inhale the head up. Exhale the hands by the chest bone. Curl the toes under. Push up into plank. Exhale over into down dog. Walk your hands back to meet your legs. Slide those hands up your legs slowly. Coming up. Roll those shoulders back. And we'll do back one more time. And back. Nice. Inhale the hands out slightly. Bring up this right leg. Take it out to the right. Take a nice step out. I'm going to inch my toes out a little further because I want a wide stance for warrior 2. Inhale the arms straight out. Look over your right hand. Bend that right knee. Warrior 2. Tighten up all of those leg muscles, especially around the knees. If you want to build knee strength and stability, holding that nice and tight. Come into our reverse warrior. Inhale the right hand up to the sky, left hand down by the left leg. Stretch all the way over to the left to really open up this nice side area. Your back loves this movement. It's great for the spine. Inhale up. Back into warrior 2. Keep that right knee bent. We'll come into our side angle pose, and then we'll do a revolved side angle. Holding in that belly the whole time. Inhale this right hand down by the right leg. Exhale the left hand all the way over to the right. I'm not putting any weight on that leg with that arm. But I am now stretching the other side, really bending that spine sideways. Coming into revolved side angle, I'm going to inhale as I start sweeping this left hand down and around and over to the back side. I have my right hand up. And I'm looking to the back, trying to hold in that belly. It likes to protrude out when I'm in this position, but if I keep it tight, I am training those ab muscles to stay tight in whatever position. On your next big inhale, start raising up slightly, and exhale as we bring the hands all the way around to the front. Turn those right toes forward. Walk your feet together until they're about a foot and a half or 2 feet apart. The toes are at a 45-degree angle. And then I'm just going to simply exhale, coming down into Malasana, our squat pose, pressing on the inside of those knees to keep the legs open. This is a great pose to also practice that pelvic floor. We will be concentrating on the pelvic floor shortly, but let's go ahead and do one here, a Kegel exercise. If you don't know what that is, it is squeezing the pelvic floor, like if you were going to the bathroom and you wanted to stop the stream of urine. So you squeeze, which then pulls it up, and hold it. Exhale the hands down to the mat. Inhale, frog jump up. Turn the toes forward. And exhale as we come all the way up to standing. We'll go to the other side. Get a little sip. Inhale the hands slightly out, left leg up. Exhale the left leg, take a step out. Excuse me. Inhale the arms out to the side. Exhale as you bend that left knee. I got choked on my water. This is just one of those classes that's, I'm going to have to redo the whole thing. We'll see. Staying in that warrior 2. Inhale the left hand up, right hand down. Leaning over to the right side. Inhale up. Exhale back into warrior 2. Coming into a side angle pose. Inhale the right hand to the sky, left hand down by your left leg. Stretch that right hand all the way over to the left as far as possible. Pull up that belly. Make it nice and toned. Big side angle. On your next exhale, we're going to sweep this right arm down and around and across the left thigh. I'm not touching. And bring both hands to the back, twisting around, looking back. You can wrap this left hand around your waist if you want. I've got my palm up. It's actually more comfortable that way, I think. Your choice. Inhale, sweeping the arms back around all the way to the front on the mat. Turn the left toes 45 degrees out. Walk your feet together about 2 feet apart. Bend your knees. Inhale, bringing that torso up with goalpost arms to goddess pose. Inhale, standing up for starfish. Stretch those fingers up high. Press the fingers apart. Toes down to the ground. Release. Exhale the arms down by the side. Inhale the feet together. Shake it out. Inhale up. Exhale, prayer hands, sit in chair. Inhale up. Exhale, prayer hands, sit in chair. Inhale up. Exhale, prayer hands, sit in chair. Inhale, standing up nice and tall. I'm going to grab a blanket to put under my knees. So that's why the blanket comes in handy. We're going to come into a tabletop. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold over. I'm going to walk my hands out and bring the knees down to the mat. I have my knees under my hips and my wrist under my shoulder. We're going to do a few cat-cows, and then we'll do some bird dogs and some ankle rolls, several things in here. Inhale up into cow. Bring the head up and sway that back. This is for your back. Exhale as we raise up for cat. I try to lead with my ribs, so push the ribs up into the back to bring that back up to a nice cat back. Exhale, cow, sway it. Breathe. On your next inhale, come up into cat. Exhale into cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale into neutral. And exhale the knees out wide as your mat. And set your booty back down into child's pose. Stretch those arms out nice and long. We'll take a little break on the wrist. So inhale as you bring the hands back behind you. I've got my hands in the air and I'm going to rotate the wrist. 1, 2, 3, and reverse. 2, 3. Inhale the arms back out straight. Exhale back up into tabletop. Bring the hips back, hip width apart, the knees back, hip width apart. We're going to come into our bird dog. Inhale, straightening that left arm and right leg for bird dog. And then we're going to inhale, elbow and knee towards each other and exhale out. We'll do 5 of these. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Last one. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale the left hand and right knee down. Exhale the right hand and left foot out. Stretch them apart. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Last one. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale the right hand and left knee back down. Take your feet as wide as the mat. Exhale back into that child's pose with arms stretched out long. Just taking a little break off the wrist. Inhale the head up slightly. Exhale the right hand to the right. Left hand follows. Lay your head down on that left arm. And let the gravity give that arm a nice stretch. Inhale the head up. Exhale the back to center. Inhale the head down. Inhale head up. Exhale left hand to the left. Right hand follows. Lay that head onto that upper arm from your bicep. Letting the gravity of that head stretch that arm. Should stretch all the way down to underneath the armpit and around to the back. Inhale, head up. Exhale, both hands back to center. Inhale the head back down to the mat and just relax. Do a couple of breaths here on your own. Inhale the head up. Exhale, coming up back in the tabletop. We'll do bird dog one more time. Inhale the left hand out, right foot back. Just 3 knee to elbows. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. This is great for your back. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale the left hand down, right knee down. Exhale right hand, left foot out. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale in, exhale out. Inhale the right hand and left knee back down. Exhale as we come back up, sitting into a kneeling position. We're going to do a little crescent pose here. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, lean back for crescent. Little back bend. Exhale, hands up to the sky. And bring them down to your side. We're going to come into our easy pose. I think I'll sit on my blanket. You don't have to. And we're going to come into easy pose here. And I'm going to teach you the 3-part pranayama, but we're going to do more rounds as we lay down for Shavasana, but I want you to be able to see it before we lay down and do it going into Shavasana. And I'm also going to play, I got a new toy a while back, so I've been experimenting. I hope I can remember how to turn it on. Things haven't gone so well today. And it is a sound bowl effect. So if you like the sound bowls, I hope you will enjoy that during our Shavasana later on in this class. So for 3-part breath, we're going to breathe in the nose, and then we're going to concentrate that the first breath just comes to this upper part of the chest, which is where most people actually breathe from. Then we'll do a second part, conscious, that comes to the rib area. And then the third part comes down into the belly, and you can put your hands on your belly, and your belly should rise up like a balloon once you get it all the way down. And then we'll exhale, taking it out of the belly, deflating that balloon up through the ribs, the last part out through this upper chest. When you do abdominal breathing, it helps to decrease stress and anxiety. So if you have stress and anxiety, and who doesn't today, this is a good breath work to go to. It will help you to sleep better. It will help you to have more energy and to help get rid of fatigue. A lot of times the shallow breathing makes you feel tired because you're just not getting enough oxygen to the whole body, because the oxygen is what helps with our energy. We will do 3 rounds of this breath right now for the practice, and then we will do probably 5 to 8 rounds when we lay down. So just close your eyes, get comfy. And I'm going to count 1, 2, 3. 1 for upper chest, 2 for ribs, 3 for the belly. Feel the belly rise. And then 3, 2, 1, bring the breath back out and through the nose. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. That was 3 rounds. I hope you understand that. It's just, you don't have to make a dramatic stop because we want it to flow, but I'm wanting you to get the rhythm of the chest, the ribs, the abs, exhaling the abs, the ribs, the chest. It does get easier as you practice. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with our pelvic floor exercises. And I'm going to take my blanket out for this part. I just wanted to sit on it during the breath work. We're going to come into what's called a cheerleader pose or mermaid pose. I like to call it mermaid pose. So to do that, we're going to take the right leg and bend it so it's at kind of a 90-degree angle with the shin. And the foot is close to the left inner thigh. And then we're going to bring this left foot around. If you can, if that is not in your body, you can leave the left leg straight. If you can get it around for your mermaid pose, that works better. So sitting up nice and tall, and your hip may or may not touch the floor. Mine does not. I'm sure if you are younger, it probably does touch. Mine is just not as limber as it used to be, because I used to be able to sit flat with the hips, both hips on. But so wherever yours is, that's probably perfect for your body. But I want you to sit up nice and tall. Oh, I should have mentioned we need our block for this one. And we're going to place the block. I hope you had time to get it. Mine was handy. Behind our right hip, because we're going to come into a little twist, which is very similar to Lord of the Fish pose, except the legs are in a different position. And we're also going to work on that pelvic floor and the lower abs called the Mula Bandha. So as we inhale, we're going to pull up the pelvic floor, which then tightens the low ab. And then we're going to exhale, twisting around, holding that pelvic floor and the Mula Bandha tight. And just breathe normally as you get into this twist. And then on your next exhale, you're going to release everything and come back to center. We're going to do 5 rounds of this. Inhale, sitting up straight, pull up the pelvic floor, tighten that lower ab. Exhale as we twist around. Make sure you're keeping that nice and tight. Breathe. Breathe while you're twisted. Tighten as you need to. And then on your next exhale, release everything, come back to center. Inhale, pull the pelvic floor up, abs tight. Exhale, twisting around. You may find you can twist a little further. Holding the pelvic floor and the abs nice and tight. Inhale, back to center. Inhale, pelvic floor up, abs tight. Exhale, twist. Hold it, breathe. Inhale, center. Last one. Inhale, pelvic floor up, abs tight. Exhale as we twist around. I'm resting my right hand on that block. Really getting a nice twist in. Pulling myself around. Breathe. On your next exhale, release everything and come back to center. Inhale, leaning back on your hands. Bring those legs forward, and we're going to shake them out. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall. Exhale the left leg out at knee at 90 degrees with the left foot to the inner thigh of the right leg. I'm going to lean on my left arm and swing this left foot back for our mermaid pose. Try to sit up nice and straight. I'm going to bring my block around to my left hip, behind my left hip. And the same thing, 5 rounds of pelvic floor, pull up, and lower ab tightening. Inhale as we bring up the pelvic floor, tighten those abs. Exhale, twisting around. Nice and gentle. No need to rush. We're doing this class with purpose. Inhale back to center. Inhale, bringing the pelvic floor up, tightening that lower abs. Exhale as we twist around, hold that tightness and the abs on the pelvic floor. You may need to readjust depending on the strength that you have. On your next exhale, return to center. Inhale, pelvic floor up, abs tight. Exhale as we twist around. Breathe. On your next exhale, return to center, releasing everything. Inhale, pull the pelvic floor up, abs tight. Exhale, twisting around. I'm getting a good twist now. Got the fourth one. Everything starts relaxing. I hope you're holding that pelvic floor tight, the abs tight. On your next exhale, return to center. We've got one more. Inhale, pulling the pelvic floor up, abs tight. Hold that. Exhale as we twist around. Holding that tightness. We're doing our best one yet. On your next exhale, return to center. Let everything loosen up. Inhale the hands back behind you. Lean back, straighten the legs, and shake them out. And for the next one, we're going to get our strap out. So I've got my strap here. And I should have said this at the beginning. Make a little loop at the very end of your strap. I'll bring it up so you can see. So just thread it through. If you have a short strap, it's easier. And I made a little loop here because this is going to go around my feet to hold my feet together during a cobbler's pose. So I'm going to sit back down in easy pose. And we're going to put that strap around our feet and then tighten it up so that the feet are, the soles of the feet are together. It just reminds you to keep those soles nice and tight. I'll scoot up here a little bit. I'll turn this way. So, in cobbler's pose, we're going to be doing some more pelvic floor pull-ups and some lower ab tightening. As we inhale, we're going to bring the knees up, pulling up the pelvic floor and the abs tight. And then as we exhale, we're going to release that. We're going to do 5 of these kind of not fast, but medium. And then we're going to do 3 very slow. So make sure you're sitting up nice and tight. Inhale, pulling the pelvic floor up, knees coming up. Exhale down, our butterfly legs. Inhale, tighten, up. Exhale, release, loosen. Inhale, tighten, up. Exhale, release, loosen. Inhale, tighten, up. Exhale, release, loosen. Inhale, tightening, pulling the knees up, tight, tight, tight. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, tighten. Exhale, release. Now slow. Inhale, tighten, and very slowly bring the knees up. And then exhale, slowly release everything down. 2 more. Inhale, tighten, slow, slow, hold that tightness. Belly and pelvic floor, tighten, tighten. Exhale, release everything. Last one. Inhale, tightening up, pulling the knees up slow. Exhale, release. And you can go ahead and take your strap off from our feet. And we're just going to hold the feet together, and we're going to do a couple of forward folds. If you want, you can put your strap back on. I'm going to take it off for this one, though. So I'm holding around my ankles. My feet are glued together, the soles. We're going to inhale, pulling up that pelvic floor and the abs, and then we're going to exhale, hold that tightness as we do a little forward fold. Hold it, inhale up. We're going to do 5 of these. Inhale, tightening. Exhale, holding. Breathe. On your next exhale, release everything and come to sitting. Inhale, pulling up, tightening. Abs, pelvic floor. Hold it. Exhale as we're bending forward. Hold it. Breathe. On your next exhale, release everything coming up. One more. Inhale, holding that tightness. Holding it. Exhale as we lean forward for a forward fold in Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose. Holding it, breathing, and then exhale, release everything, come up. Put your hands back behind you, bring the knees together, straighten those legs out. Roll your feet side to side. We'll go right and left. I was going to go the same direction, but then they collided. That should feel nice on those legs and the hips. And then roll your feet around the ankles in a circle. 3, 4, 5. Reverse the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because that does get the ankles feeling kind of like tightened in that position. So let's let's see, I did all of those. Okay, great. And then we're going to come down into a restorative rest pose and do our windshield wipers. Get your block handy because we're going to do some bridges with the block and a few fun things after we let our lower back relax. So just lay down. The knees are to the ceiling or the sky. Maybe you're doing yours outside. It is a nice, pleasant atmosphere with the summer and the spring-like weather we've been having. Breathe in and out. Let's do one practice breath with our 3-part breath. So inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Just to get in the hang of it. And then just let the knees fall side to side as we windshield wiper out, which should feel very nice. Go nice and slow. This is great for your low back. If you have low back pain, you can do these. Inhaling, exhaling. Try breathing deeper. Because breathing deep is, the more you do it, the easier it comes and the more you will do it. We're all been taught, hold in that stomach, don't breathe too deep. But that really isn't the best way because we want to get all that oxygen in through the lungs so it can circulate through the bloodstream. Because the oxygen goes into the blood and then it's the oxygen that is released into the organs that helps the organs to repair itself. And my mom had diabetes. Just keep doing your windshield wipers. And when I went to the class with her, I learned that the reason why you have diabetes is because when the oxygen gets to the pancreas, it can't get released because it's like there's a key missing that opens it up so that the oxygen can go into the pancreas and then it can't function as it should. So you've heard the thing, breath is the life form, because without breathing, We don't live very long, right? But without breathing correctly, we can live longer, but not as healthy as we should. Inhale those knees to the ceiling. Remember, I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm just passing on some things that I have read about. Research it yourself. Make sure that you understand it. And then we're going to bring the windshield wipers to stillness. We're going to start doing our bridge work. So bring those hands down by your side. And then we're going to inhale as we push up for bridge. And then exhale down. We're going to do 3 just bridges, and then we're going to work on some more pelvic floor. Inhale up, come up into bridge. We're going to do several things in bridge. Exhale down. Inhale up last time. Really push that up. Breathe. Do a nice big inhale here. Exhale as we roll down. Flat back. Inhale the soles of the feet together. We're going to do a Baddha Konasana combined with a bridge and the pelvic floor. As we inhale, we're going to pull the pelvic floor up, tighten the abs, start raising the knees up, and then exhale, holding that, come up into bridge. Hold it, hold everything tight. On your next exhale, release everything and come down. We're going to do 3 of these. Let the knees fall out to the side, soles of the feet together, press the back down, which will cause a little bit of a pelvic tilt. We're going to do some of those too. As you inhale, tighten the pelvic floor and the abs. Start bringing the knees up. And exhale, holding that, coming up into a full bridge. Inhale, coming down, releasing everything. And let the knees fall out to the side. Inhale, pulling the pelvic floor in, the abs tight, knees are coming up. Exhale, raise up into bridge, holding that tightness and the abs and the pelvic floor. On your next exhale, release everything and come down. And then I want you to press your low back into the mat for that pelvic tilt. Squeeze that pelvic floor. We'll do it's also called a Kegel when you do the squeeze. And release. We're going to do 15 in a Baddha Konasana with a pelvic tilt. So Kegel, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Keep that back flat. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. One more, squeeze, really hold that, and release. Release the knees to the ceiling. Grab your block. I'm going to get it with my feet. And we're going to put the block in between the knees. Get in position to raise up into a bridge so the feet are block width apart, which is about hip width apart. We're going to inhale, pulling the pelvic floor tight, the abs tight, and then squeezing as we bring that booty up. Squeeze that block, squeeze the block, squeeze your pelvic floor, release, and roll down. We'll do 5 of these. Inhale, pelvic floor tight, abs tight, roll up, squeeze the block, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, roll down, release everything. Inhale, squeeze, pelvic floor, abs, roll up. Keep that Pelvic floor tight, the abs tight, and squeeze your knees. Squeeze, squeeze, hold it. On your next exhale, roll all the way down, halfway there. 2 more. Inhale, squeeze, roll up, squeeze the block, squeeze it, really holding it, put pressure on those knees, exhale down. Last one. Inhale, pelvic floor tight, abs tight, raise up, squeeze the block, squeeze it, squeeze it, squeeze it, exhale, roll down. Inhale the knees to chest, take your block out, wrap your hands around your knees and roll side to side. And then we're going to do a roll up just for the fun of it. And because it's good for the spine. And take a break from your pelvic floor and abs. Well, you will have to use the abs on the rock and roll. And then bring that to stillness. And then start rocking your head and feet. You can come to a seated position, roll down, rock up, back, and this time I'm just going to rock, 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 come up. You can do it any way you want. I'm just doing some very things. This is a great massage on that spine. And if you hold it like this, you're working those abs. Take some ab work to come up but not put your feet down. And do maybe 2 more, whichever way you want to do it. You're going to get just that right position and bring that to stillness. Oh. Stretch your legs nice and long. Bring the arms overhead. Stretch those arms out. Rotate your ankles and wrists. 1, 2, 3, and reverse. 2, 3. Inhale the arms into a big wide T. Bring up this right knee at 90 degrees. We're going to let the right knee roll all the way over to the left, bringing up the hips for our spinal twist. Look to your right. Just letting that leg settle. Maybe you might want to put your block underneath your foot. If you feel like that's too big of a stretch and you need to bring that floor up a little bit, you can do that. Or you can just let the foot kind of hang until it just hangs there, or maybe it releases enough to come down and touch the floor. I'm just letting mine gently unwind. I'm a little tight through those hips, through that glute, so this feels really nice. Inhale the left hand on the inside of the right knee. Give it a little support as you push that up. And then let that right leg come out nice and straight. Inhale the arms overhead. Do walking the ladder or climbing the ladder as we push one hand up and the other leg out. Opposite. This is great for the spine. Inhale the arms back out to this nice big wide T and the left leg up at 90 degrees. Big inhale here, and exhale as you let the left leg roll to the right. Look to the left and just let that leg relax as it needs to. I'm just going to stay here for a few breaths for this spinal twist, which feels all so nice. Should feel good. Okay, finally my toes come down. It was hanging in the air. So I know that I'm gently stretching. Inhale the left hand to the inside, the right hand to the inside of the left knee. Give that a gentle push up. And straighten those legs out nice and long. Inhale the feet to the mat, knees to the sky. Push up about 2 inches. Take the hips over about 2 inches and straighten the legs back out. Inhale the left leg to the left, right leg follows, and you can cross it over if you want. And then work your torso around to the left. Inhale both arms overhead and turning them to the left side for your banana asana. Inhale the hands back overhead, work that torso around, and as you exhale, bring that right leg up and over to the center, and the left leg follows. Inhale the feet to the mat, exhale the hips up, and return them back to center and line. And we'll do recline bird dog. Inhale the right hand and the left foot so they're stretching apart. Exhale together. Inhale the left hand and right foot stretched apart. Exhale back to center. Inhale right hand, left foot stretch, stretch, stretch. Keep it low to the ground. Inhale center. Exhale left hand, right foot. Just point that toe. Stretch those fingers away from each other, and then inhale back to center. Inhale the arms back down by the side. Exhale the feet to the mat. Inhale the hips up. And take the hips over to the left side about 2 inches. Straighten the legs out. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale the right foot to the right, left foot follows. It can cross over the right foot to anchor. Inhale as you inch your torso around to the right, and bring those arms pointing to the right side into your banana asana. It's like a big C curve, a banana shape, and this is a wonderful pose for the back. Inhale, bringing the hands back overhead. Exhale as you work your torso back to center. Release the legs back to center. Inhale the arms out to the side and feet to the mat. Exhale those hips up, and then line the body back up in a straight line. Inhale, knees to chest. Pull that head up and roll side to side. And then we're going to get ready for Shavasana and our 3-breath pranayama. Inhale, straightening the legs out. I'm going to bring my blanket over, my bolster. I'm actually going to put on my sweatshirt too, I think. Because when I go into Shavasana, your body starts cooling down. And then you could get chilly. And you want to be comfortable because we want you to really relax. And I'm going to set this automatic singing bowl to 420 hertz, which is the hertz that's perfect for sleep and relaxation. So if you do go to sleep, it's okay. I'll get that going while you're getting yourself arranged. If you put the blanket across your midsection, across the pubic bone and the lower ribs, that will give you some grounding. I have to get my glasses on to make sure I've got this. I had it set, but then when I turned it off, I think it goes back. I want to make sure it's on the 420 hertz. Here's what it looks like. And it has different hertz on it that you can adjust to where you want it. And each hertz has different reasons for it. Some's for energy, and it goes with the chakras. the 7 chakras. This one is 420. I'm going to set it on for, not 420, 432, sorry, for the relaxation, the best relaxation. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. I hope you can hear that. We'll work on our 3-part breath. It'll be good for that one. So just get all nice and comfy. And after we do about 3 with me counting the 3 parts out, I'm just going to say inhale and let you try to remember to inhale. Remember the upper body down through the chest, and then make sure that your hand is rising up on the 3rd part, and then deflating the belly, going through the ribs, and then out and up through the chest and nose. And it's all done through the nose, breathing and exhaling. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale. 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 Last one. Inhale, exhale. And you can continue with your 3-part breath, or you can just breathe normally and try and just relax. thinking about taking any last minute movements that you might want to do, maybe rotating your ankles or wrist, maybe a big complete full body stretch. Maybe you just want to lay there. Maybe you fell asleep, which that's great. That is one of the purposes of this. And hopefully you did it maybe when you needed a little refresh nap, or maybe right before bed, so that you can completely relax and just float on up into dreamland. And then when you're ready, we're going to roll over onto our side and rest that head on that bottom arm. We'll do a big inhale together with an exhale, release of ah. Just sigh that out. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Ah. Inhale, taking that top arm. And as you exhale, push yourself up to an easy seated pose. And whichever way that you crossed your legs, recross, because we didn't do any recross on that easy pose. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale those arms up high. Exhale, bringing those prayer hands to heart center. Rub them together gently, bringing warmth, joy, love, and our word purpose into that heart center today. I bow and honor the light in you and ask that you honor the light in others. Namaste. And I will leave you with a quote by Pablo Picasso. The purpose of life is to find your gift. And the purpose of the gift is to give it away. Pablo Picasso. And I didn't realize this. He's got a whole bunch of cool quotes. If you're an artist, you might want to look some of the famous Pablo Picasso quotes up. And if you're not an artist, just look some up to inspire you. So I will see you in a month. And I hope that I do a better job of getting set up than I did tonight. So you guys have a great day, week, month, the rest of your life. Namaste.